When using Adobe Express to build your classrooms, you click over here on the left, Create Class, customize these areas. You can even add a co-teacher. And then once you've done that, you can also add students. So I'm going to show you how I've done that in one of these classes. You go to Add Students, Google Classroom. You jump through any hoops it gives you. Because I've already given the permissions, it's not going to pop up, but you'll probably get the things where you have to say, yes, Google can communicate with Adobe. So Google Classroom information can be shifted over. Once you've done that, though, you do have to then go back into the Add Students button or the Classroom Sync button and select the specific class you want to get them synced in there. These students are already in there, so it will tell you if you've already imported those students, but that's an important step. Sync with Classroom and then import the class that you want in this Adobe Classroom. You can create assignments. You can create assignments in here by clicking Create Assignment. This is just a test. Instructions, type your instructions here. Due date, you can skip that part. Gallery would be where students can see each other's work. I keep that on unless it's something where I want to vet it first and make sure that they're appropriate before I share them out. You can also customize settings to allow comments or no comments in the gallery, and that's in the Create Gallery section of this page. Once you've typed all of this up and you've picked your setting that you want here, you can add attachments. So think of like anything that you would want to pull in that students might need for the assignment, and then templates. You can pull a template from your own things, or if you go to project types, there are tons of pre-built options for animating the character. For the first graders that we worked with, we just picked this guy right here. If you click on that, that just adds it to the classroom as an assignment. You can also pick video, and they have the option to use the animate character in the video, which is kind of nice too. But if you have younger students, primary students, I would just have them animate the character. They're making a video and then the animate character drops into the video and they have to do some editing and they can add background and do all kinds of cool stuff. But more steps might lead to more challenge, especially if it's just you in the classroom. You notice here I can either share my assignment straight to Classroom or I can copy the link. And then publish galleries, what I was talking about earlier. I already have it published, but if you do that, you can also say Edit Gallery, and this is where you can turn off the commenting. Click Save. You can also customize the gallery so the background is a specific color. All right, and then you can click Publish, and it will show up. Another way to get assignments in here, like I said, you can go into Create Assignment. You can build a gallery. So if you're working one-on-one with a student, you can add their recordings in here instead of having them do it independently at their seat. If they do the assignment at their seat, they're going to click Turn In at some point anyway, and it will automatically show up in the gallery if you've created one. But if you are having them come up to you and sit at your desk to do this, this is one way that you can create that gallery and custom name it. Another thing that you can do as a teacher is just go straight to activities, and you'll notice I have by default I put it on language arts and high school just to show you some of the possibilities. Tons and tons of pre-built things. Right here, these are more, if you slide over to the right, you have some guided activities. Guided activities means there are already student instructions in there and it's going to tell them exactly what to do as they go along. Down here we have standards aligned classroom activities. You can pick one of these, or over on the left-hand side, you have templates, tons of options here, and you can pick what you want to share with them or what you want to create. Again, if you go home, though, I'm going to show you what happens here. You have options on your home page. You don't have to go into this classroom if you've already, as long as you've already created a classroom. You don't have to go into classrooms. You don't have to go down to activities or templates. You can just go from here and say, okay, teach. What things do I want? I'm going to say social studies, high school, and then skim down and see if there's something that appeals to me. Or you can click on Create, and these things are already structured for them to go. So you would just go in, customize it for your assignment, save, and it will publish in their classroom. You can also click View More. Tons of options here. Quick actions. These are all things that can be made by them. So again, I wouldn't make it too complicated on them. So here, these are all easy to do. Depending on their grade level and their age, these are pretty easy assignments to interact with. So animated characters, the one I used earlier, they can just go in and pick their character. So the background is transparent. for this guy, but if you wanted to add something in the background, you can. I'm going to pick one of these animals. I'll go with the butterfly. And instead of having this guy, I actually want to put lips or a mouth on the butterfly so that when the students were or want to give their report, they're talking. But you can also animate this guy and have whatever background you want. I'm going to go down to characters. I'm going to scroll down. You'll see the mouth options right here. So if I were to pick happy, watch what happens. They can drag it and make it smaller this way, or right here there's this slider. I would have them get it to a reasonable size, drag it, put it where they want it, and then they can even squeeze it down more once they see how big it is compared to the mouth. And then I'm going to click record. Does the countdown. This reports about butterflies that grow. If I didn't like what I said, I can say cancel, and I can record again. So I'm going to click record. This is just a demo to show you how Animate Character works. I'm taking a first grade drawing for their animal reports, and then they will be reading and recording their animal reports so that the mouth moves. I'm going to show you how that works right now. Okay, from here they have the option on their screen. It'll say turn in up in the upper right hand corner, but because I just opened it to show you how to use it, you can click download, or better yet, open in editor. If you click open in editor, this is where it starts to give you other options. So it's going to put it on as a video layer. I'll show you what happens when you click play. This is just a demo to show you how Animate Character works. I'm taking a first grade drawing for their animal reports, and then they will be reading and recording their animal reports so that the mouth moves. I'm going to show you how that works right now. Okay, so you get the idea, but from there they can add even more to their video file. They can also resize if they want to change it to something else. All right, that's how you animate a character. And again, I'm going to go back home. If you decide to create a video or animate a character, if you choose this here, it will go straight into there. But if you're in Teach and you say create an assignment, you can pick that project from here and then give your directions. So you don't always, like I said before, you don't really have to go into classrooms unless you want to. You have a lot of options right there on your home page. So again, click home, create an assignment, showcase with galleries, so you can name them, customize them, track student progress. That's if you're giving them assignments in there so you know where they are if they've submitted their work. But I'm going to go back home. I'm going to say create an assignment. Title it, give instructions, due date, doesn't have to be done, that could be blank. Choose a class, pick your project type or your own stuff, so whatever it is that you would like to have them work on. And then click next. I'm going to say video and animate character, say next. And then you can save the draft or you can assign. And now it lets me see. So whatever instructions I give are going to be there. Their assignment, they click start assignment. When they're done, they click turn in.